Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to Little Port Christian Spiritualist monthly Sunday online service. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, although I can't see any of the stats today because it's all changed and the layout's all different. But I know you're there, and you can also let us know you're there by commenting, by chatting, by getting involved and engaging, because I know that we are going to have a wonderful afternoon together. Bringing the connection of the truth and the proof that life is eternal, raising the vibrations, feeling that spiritual mode, bringing healing, bringing insight, all the wonderful things you come to expect when you gather together in the name of Spirit. So welcome everyone. Thank you for being here. And of course, as ever, if we're going to have a service of mediumship, we need a medium. So it gives me great pleasure to welcome to our service this month a very lovely lady. I've been chatting to her before the service, so please welcome our medium today, Pauline Walsh. Pauline, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Hello. Welcome along, and thank you for coming in and being our medium today. It's a great pleasure to welcome you online to the Little Port service, to a new look and a different view of Chateau Delnick, of course, but still the same place. But welcome along, my darling. And for those who've never met you before, never seen you before, would you like to say hello and share a thought or three about who you are, where you're from, and what it is you get up to?
Okay. Yes. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Lovely to be on here. I'm very grateful. My name is Pauline Walsh. I am a medium, and I'm do many churches, and I love doing what I do with a passion. And I'm really grateful. I'm very blessed to have this gift. So I'm just, I'm all about the people, and I just love it. So that's all I can say, really. Thank you.
I think that says it all. Thank you so much. And Pauline, I know we are going to have fun and upliftment today. So again, thank you for joining us. But of course, if we've got a medium, what we need is recipients. And I'm now going to say hello to them. I'm going to go in order of which they are on the screen, because I've got some special news. We've been having some technical difficulties. Well, of course we have. This is Little Port. Technical difficulties are synonymous with us. In actual fact, I've got to say, I was so surprised and overjoyed and uplifted this afternoon when I switched the computer on, opened up the page, and there was Pauline waiting already. It was like, that's a first. So it was wonderful. And so let's say hello to who's in the green room. First off, we've got Tara, so I'll now bring in Tara and say hello. Can you hear us, Tara?
Hi, Nick. Yeah, I can hear you. How are you?
Not so bad, thanks. Yourself?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good. Thank you for coming on and joining us to be in line for a reading. I have historically said, what's your name? Where'd you come from? Tell us about yourself. I was reminded by my guides after the service last week, don't ask that question of the recipients, because it's the medium's job to tell them about where they are in their life and who's watching them. So I'm not going to go fishing. I'm going to shut my mouth and say thank you for joining us, Tara.
Thank you for having me.
30 years on, I still get a rollicking from them upstairs. You know, it doesn't change. It doesn't change. So yes, welcome, Tara, and thank you for coming. Next in, and I have some good news. She now has her sound active, so hopefully we'll be able to hear her when I say, Trace, can you hear us? And can we hear you?
I can hear you.
Yay. So that's another technical issue resolved. Trace, thank you for coming on. Lovely to see you, dear.
Thank you for the invite.
And
always
of course,
lovely to be here.
It's always lovely to have you, darling. And of course, as I said earlier, I'm not going to go fishing because I don't want to take away any potential evidence of connection that Pauline might have come through your loved ones. So I will just simply say welcome along and thank you for coming. Now, we are hoping to have someone else join us for a reading in the not too distant future. With, of course, It's little port, it's technical issues. Yeah. Hey, we'll just go by on a wing and a prayer. And I've got to say, we've got some wonderful gold wings to hope on this afternoon. I love that one. I'm coming down to where you live, Paul. I'm going to steal them.
You're welcome.
Bless you. I'm enamored. I can't help it. I'm like a magpie. I get distracted by shiny things. But as soon as anyone else who's able to come on will be on, I will of course welcome them on and introduce them. But of course, it wouldn't be a Sunday service without a reading, and it wouldn't be a Sunday service without a reading from a certain young lady. I'm sure she's got something interesting to give us today, because in actual fact she's just finished a 4-week course on writing for spirit. So there we are. Welcome along the lovely Kaza. How you doing, Del? Oh, here we are.
Good afternoon. I'm very well, thank you. Yep, very well.
Good afternoon and welcome. So yes, very much excited to have a wonderful service with you all today. Hello, Mother. Mum's watching and commenting, so good to see Linda. Remember, this is at home, your service. Yes, we do ask people to come online for a reading, but this is still your service, so do get involved, engage. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe and all that kafunga boo boo stuff, but most importantly, the sense of community is what matters most as far as I'm concerned. So do join in on the conversation, chat, say hello, let us know where you are in the world, because we're always nosy about that sort of thing too. But to begin our service proper, all those that are gathered, speaking that, there we go. Hi Sarah, nice to see you, Dol. So let's begin our service proper as we join and open this service in prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, Divine Universal Source of all, we thank you. We thank you for the opportunity to come together as friends, to blend as one and come forward to the footsteps of the spirit world, that they may come forward and show themselves to us, to prove that life is eternal. As we place this service in your care and keeping, we ask that the veil be lifted, that our loved ones draw close. We also ask, Great Spirit, that healing is sent to all those who are in need, both those in our hearts and minds, those that we do not know, and those who have no one to ask for them. In particular, we ask for them. And in a world of difficulty and strife, Great Spirit, we pray and ask for the soothing of hearts and minds. We ask for calmness. We ask for reason to be shone upon us, that we might discern a better way of living, a way of living that truly represents love, truth, and light. Amen.
Amen.
Well, friends, thank you for joining in on that. What's that? My Steam needs resetting again. I think that's stream. Bless you. Okay, Mum, when I come round to pick you up later, I will reset it for you, I promise, but remind me. Hello, Chris. Welcome along. Thank you for the amen. And so, friends, now is the time in our service where I'm going to give these guys a bit of a break from being beamed directly all over the screen and just start changing it up a bit so we can have our notices, let people know what's going on, because we are, of course, as always, about to start a new month where we've got lots of things going on. April is going to be so busy. A little important notice, I will be updating the poster for the afternoon spirit cream tea. Sadly, I have to say, we've sold out. So it's not sadly at all. It's brilliant. Well done and thank you, everyone. But it does sadly mean that there's no more tickets to sell. Do keep tuned. If there are any cancellations, we will let people know. But at the moment, the cream tea, psychic cream tea, afternoon tea, is fully booked up now. So well done, everyone, and thank you. Of course, we have got our Thursday services live from the village hall every Thursday night, 7:40 through till 9. We have the wonderful Cherry Smith and Gina Zivtins this week. If you are in the area, do come along. The simple reason is until the Wi-Fi is fixed at the village hall, the ability to connect is very, very dodgy. It's a lot easier to speak to spirit than it is to stream on the internet at the moment. So unfortunately, I can't promise a perfectly stable connection. For those that gathered there Thursday will be very much reminded of that. But we are there in the hall live in the flesh, so to speak, where you can come and get a message from spirit. And we've got 2 mediums on Thursday. Also, if anyone is interested in development, the new online workshop starts on Thursday. And this month, a 4-week workshop, £40 on Zoom, Thursdays, noon till 2. And it's called the Spirit Toolbox. So details will be up a little bit later on for that as well. But that now concludes the notices. So I will say hello to Yanis, who is listening from Shanghai Airport, Singapore, whilst in transit. Well, we are definitely a global sensation today, aren't we, darlings? Hello, Yanis. Welcome along. So this is the point in our service where I usually talk about something to do with the philosophy or the mechanics of our way of life. And that can cover a huge, broad aspect of things, because spiritualism for most people, and I believe it is for most people, can take on many different forms and many different ways. As Lorraine Clark has just pointed out, happy Palm Sunday to everyone. Hi, Lorraine. We are a wonderful mixture of different views, paths, and ideas. And that is the beauty of this way of life. Where we can sometimes fall down is when our view is the one that we see as the right view, rather than an aspect of the truth. And I'm a great believer that all paths definitely take us on that route and that journey to spirit. I believe that we all manifest and understand the spirit world in our own way. And so if we are to work together to grow this way of life, to grow that aim of compassion and kindness in the world, we must always remember that very important understanding and difference between objective and subjective truth. And all of our truths are very subjective most of the time. An absolute truth would be, this is a mobile telephone. So that would be an objective truth. A subjective truth is that it's a very nice phone that is perfect. And that's subjective truth. Now, to me, that subjective truth is absolutely right. And this is the truth for me. But someone else might pick it up and say, I don't know how to work this, and throw it across the room. Not that that happens all the time. You see, objective and subjective truth are what defines the difference between a wonderful growth of relationship and perspective, or a failing of the true meaning of spirit. The true meaning of spirit is connection, compassion, coming together with upliftment and love. And so long as we recognize that we manifest and understand and perceive and demonstrate that in different ways depending on the person, we are more accepting and understanding of those differences and variances. Because here is an objective truth. And it is one of the only objective truths that I know. When you look in all paths of spirituality, of philosophy, of religion, when you sift through the detritus of what we humans have put into it, you will find a golden thread that runs through that is not only similar, but reflected in every single one of those paths. That is where we find the truth of the Great Spirit. That is where the objective truth is within spirituality. So look for that golden thread in your own, and then look for how it compares with others, and know that most of what else is said is based on perception, perspective, and understanding. Because then we are kind and compassionate towards each other. Then we listen to each other. Then we listen and learn from each other, and we grow. No one is absolutely right. No one has all the absolute answers. But if we share our ideas, share our thoughts, share our opinions in a way that breeds compassion, kindness, and understanding, we all learn, we all grow more. And in so doing, we help find a peaceful path in life for not just us, but for each other and for the generations to come. So be uplifted, be well, and be peace, because I know that you are on the right path, because you are the one walking it. So I'll say God bless you all, and thank you for listening. And I'll also say hello to Carol and hello to Aunt Val, and keep the chats going. It's lovely to see you all. Now, I did promise that if I saw a new face pop up who's coming to have a message with us today, I would say hello to them. So I'm now going to just very quickly, before we have our reading, say hello to Julie and bring her on the screen. There's everybody. Look, here we all are. So hello, Julie. Nice to see you. Can you hear us?
Oh, yes. Hi, good morning. I've just finished work. Thank you.
Oh, bless you. Well, welcome along and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Bless you. So now, next, we have our reading. And so I will put the screen back as it was and then get ready to do the swapsicle. As I say, Kaza, hello. Could we have your reading, please?
Absolutely can. Thank you very much. My reading is to start again. I'm going to talk about something today that we probably need to hear, maybe more than we actually realise. It's okay to not be okay. Life often doesn't go the way we want it to. We make plans, and sometimes these well-intentioned plans, sometimes these well-intentioned choices we make don't go the way we wanted them to go. We all have choices in life. Things happen, people come and go. But true friends stay the bumpy road with you. They don't let you walk in the dark alone. You wonder how you managed to end up where you did. But the most important thing is, you're not there alone. One of the hardest feelings is thinking, I've messed up, and I've messed up too big this time to come back. Honestly, we can be our own worst critic. The TV in our head plays the same show all the time. It's constantly on repeat. If only we had changed the channel when we had the chance, what we could have said or what we shouldn't have done. We can sit there, refuse to get up and change the channels, or we can get up, switch the TV off. Do something about it. We all deserve another chance. You're allowed to erase the past, learn from it, but move on. Not everything in life is going to be perfect. You are, after all, human. God will not be sitting there with a clicker, counting all the mistakes you have made in your life. Instead, he'll come to you, still in the mess and the confusion that you're surrounded in. He'll guide you to make better decisions. He's not likely to say, you should have known better. But instead, right, let's start this part of your journey again. Starting doesn't mean nothing happened, because we all learn and grow from the courage that wraps around us. That step doesn't need to be big. Any change is enough. So, my friends, if you're sitting here listening to this and feel as if you have gone backwards, just let me say this to you. Your story is not over. You are allowed to start again. Sometimes starting again isn't a bad thing. It's the beginning of something that could be better than you ever expected. Thank you, Nick.
Wow.
Well done.
Wow. 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 Thank you, Kaza. That was beautiful and so true. And as ever, bless them upstairs. Some wonderful connecting threads there, which shows that it's all from spirit. Thank you, Kaza. Beautiful. I think that is such a perfect way to lead us into the healing, which is, of course, next. But I want to thank you for that. That was gorgeous. Bless your heart.
Thank you.
Well, I did mention it, and now before we go into our demonstration of mediumship, in other words, that point everybody that looks forward to when I shut up and Pauline takes over the service, we are going to send out our healing thoughts to all those that are sick and suffering and in need of comfort. Whilst we do, absolutely we will have our healing song, the healing prayer, playing, and if people know anyone at home that is in requirement of healing, you can enter their names in the chat. I will certainly put them up on the screen for everyone to focus on. One of the lines in that healing prayer absolutely is those we know, those we do not know, and those who have no one to ask for them. I often put the emphasis on the no one to ask for them, because we know those that we know that need healing. We can ask for ourselves, we can ask for our loved ones, and we know that we will, but we so often forget that there may be somebody out there who hasn't got anyone sitting on a stream asking for healing for them. Well, they have when we come together here, because I will always ask for those who have no one to ask for them, because healing is absolutely for everyone. And it is one of the most important parts of this way of life, in my personal subjective view. So friends, let's gather for a moment and send out our thoughts. And in doing so, we will listen to the healing prayer.
Great Spirit, Father, Mother God, divine source of the universe and great Creator. Here we bring unto you all those listed in all the healing books throughout the land. Be they sick in mind, body, spirit, or soul, that it may please thee to heal them, those we know, those we do not know, those that have no one to ask for them. We
And we're back. Thank you, everyone. You know, it doesn't matter whether you're in a village hall, a shack, or a Zoom room. The vibrations change when you send out healing. It is absolutely amazing. And thank you all. And there was one comment that I didn't get the chance to put up before the song ended. But I think, well done, Mum. Healing to the world. Absolutely, bless your heart. For those that are interested, I will just say, if you would like to listen to the healing prayer as a focus for healing and sending out your thoughts, it is available on all the major streamers to listen to, and it's also available on YouTube because it's for the world. So I will share a link in the chat afterwards for those that would like to listen to it and send out your thoughts with that, because it's for us all. So anyway, now friends, I'm going to hand over the rest of this service in a moment to the wonderful Pauline Walsh. I'm so excited and looking forward to this, purely and simply because I know we're going to have a wonderful afternoon, but also I'm also a little bit sneaky here. It means that I get to make the picture of those lovely wings bigger. I am obsessed. Of course, for everyone gathered on the screen who is going to get a message, please answer in a clear voice, yes, no, don't know. Don't feed the medium. If she don't bite your hand off, I will. Send your love and thoughts to her throughout the work that she does. For everyone at home, do listen in, because the evidence of spirit for other people, seeing their faces when they get that message, it's one of the best parts of this job, watching people get messages. But everyone at home also, please send out your love, your upliftment and your energy to the wonderful Pauline Walsh. And so I now will shut up and say, Pauline, it's over to you.
Thank you. So thank you for having me. But before we go into mediumship, I've got a little short reading that I just wanted to do. And hopefully you will, really take this on board. And it really matches up with what Kaz has read as well, funny enough. So synchronicities of the spirit world. So it says here, I am spirit, I am everywhere. I am everything. There is nowhere where I'm not. When you fully realize this fact and accept it, you'll know that the kingdom of heaven is within you, and you can cease your search and turn within. Then you'll find within you are all you are looking for. How few souls nowadays do it. They are far too busy searching everywhere for the answers except within. When you can accept that I am within you, never again will you feel alone. Never again will you have to search without for the answer to your problems. But when anything arises which needs answering, you will seek that peace and stillness within. Lay your questions and problems before me, and I will give you the answers. Then you have to learn to obey and to follow out exactly what I reveal to you from within. You have to learn to live by my word and not just hear it. So I thought that was really poignant, because it's so important that people really do. There's a consciousness of the divine within us that we really do need to connect to, and to be really solid and to really do the inner work on ourselves, because it's really important. But anyway, I shall get on and let's see where we're going and what's happening, because I never know on the day. All I know is that I'm just really loving what I'm doing. So it really just does depend on your energy as well, because I need you to be nice, open, and open your heart. Yeah. So that's very important. And just to say that there is sometimes when there's particular people you might not want to hear from. So please honor, because there's always a reason why they come through. And be very open, because it's not always who you expect. And it could be a neighbor, it could be a friend, it could be a teacher, I don't know. But it's really important you know, for you to be very open, because I'm here doing my bit, Spirit are doing their bit. Now we need you to do your bit. So, okay. So let me just get myself together. Let me just close my eyes, and I'm going to see where I'm going to come and see who's going to step forward. Bless you all. So thank you. Okay, 1 second. And let's just see who's here. 1 second. So straight away, I've got a lady with me. And when I get connected to this lady, elderly lady, real tough as they come, I want to say. I feel very drawn to Kaza, but I'm not sure if I'm with you. But let's see. But I've got an elderly lady with me, really strong lady, strong personality, I want to say, but very warm as well. So there, it's almost like when I get connected to her, she's on the smaller side as I'm getting her coming closer. I do want to say she had a real strong accent. That's one thing about her. And it's like, don't know whether I'm understanding, you know, it's like she's got a real strong accent. So when I get connected to her, so with her as well, what I am getting, I do want to say, obviously I've got a connection for me with Scotland, and I've got this Highlands, and I've got this beautiful energy all around where she lives, where it's not far from where she lives. Now, I do want to say it was quite rural when I'm getting connected to this lady. And I want to say just, it's like a village, you know, and I don't know why, but I'm seeing the midges. So all of a sudden I've got midges everywhere. And I don't know, they're taking me up to Calendar. I want to go Rob Roy's grave. I want to go around there. So they're taking me, I don't know if there's connections there. I'm not sure, but this is what she's telling me. Now, when I get connected to this lady, I want to say very old school in her way of thinking. What I mean by that is like she was a real woman of principle. And she didn't have an easy time. It was very difficult because I'm seeing her with a gentleman around her that she had to look after, or there was an issue with this gentleman. I don't know whether it was a husband. I don't know whether it was a son. I'm not sure yet. But I'm getting this gentleman that she had a lot of issues with. There was a lot of problems. And I don't know if this would make a little bit of sense, Kaz.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so great. So let me get more. So as I'm connecting to this lady as well, okay, 1 second. I just feel that, you know, going back, it's almost like embedded, you know, where she's coming from. So I feel like everybody knew each other. There was history going back. And I feel like someone's been looking into history, like a family tree. So I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yes, I am.
And ancestry, because it's almost like going back to really back in time, and you're finding out so much about the family history. Now with this lady as well, when I'm getting connected to her, I feel like it was very important for her to carry the history on. So it was almost like and I do feel that it was almost like she didn't have many things, but the things that she did have around her were very sentimental. So there wasn't many, but I feel like there was a lot of sentiment connected to them. So I don't know if that would make sense to you. But I do want to say, though, she could be really tough. So I quite like her demeanor, you know, that she wouldn't stand for any nonsense. That's what I want to say. No. And there was no flies on her. If they were all dead, that type of thing. So I don't know if that makes sense. But with this lady, she was strong. She was independent. And I want to say she lived to a good age, but it was almost like she wouldn't have it. It's like there was lots of issues within her body that was breaking down, but she'd still get up. She'd still be determined, you know. I am hearing a name connected. I don't know if it's her name or not, but I'm hearing the name Mary. And also what I am getting as well, I'm hearing the name Jim. I know the most obvious name sometimes, but I'm going with the names because that's what I'm getting. So I don't know if I'm not sure if it's hers. I feel like there's connections though. And also I do want to say, I don't know if you understand it, but there was like a tradition that they always had, and it was like, I feel like it's a sheep fair or some sort of fair that she always attended, or it was some sort of fair, but I'm not sure what she means by that. So let me just go in and get a little bit more to see what she's talking about, because as she's talking to me, she's talking about like a traditional fair that everyone would come to. It's almost like the games. So I don't know if this would make sense, because she said she loved it. And there's like a tartan, I mean, after her as well. And she was so traditional and so on it with all of this, you know. I just feel like it was part of her soul, if that makes sense. And she's got like warrior energy. So I don't know if you understand that. I feel like she's a real warrior, you know.
Yep.
And she's talking to me about someone being really, I don't know if she's having a bit of a laugh, but she's talking to me about someone being really tight with their money. So I don't know what she means. I have no idea. I don't know if she's having a bit of a joke, but she said, you'll know. And I don't know who she's talking. Yeah, I know.
Absolutely do.
She's mentioning it, and she's mentioning it. And I just love her whole energy. I do want to say, you know, she used to say to you, don't worry about what anyone's thinking, what anyone's saying. You know, I feel like she's a bit like that, you know. And so it's the most important thing. Do you recognize this lady?
I do. 100%.
Good. So I need to know what she wants to say to you, and why she's come today. So I will repeat this often, all the time, that there's so much love for you and upliftment. It's almost like you've been on a bit of an emotional roller coaster. There was a big loss around you that affected you very, very harshly, and it's like the spiritual path has really pulled you back into being who you are and getting back to know who you are. And it's like you don't get judged on this path, and you know, and it's like she's saying, you know, it's really time. I want to come in the house and I want to clear it all out, change it all round. I don't know if this makes sense, but I feel like I want to have a big upliftment around you within the home, and it's really important. Now, you've got somebody that's stuck in their ways a little bit, and it's almost like, wow, they're pulling you down a little bit, and it's like you're gonna have to be tough love with this person. I don't know if it makes sense, because you've got to reinforce the boundaries, and I don't know if you understand this, and I don't know, but all of a sudden she's shown me, like, I know this might sound morbid, well, I mean, this is what we do, but there's like a coffin and someone's throwing mud down, and I don't know what she means, but she's thrown me this scene in, and it was like there was some sort of something happened connected to a funeral that made everybody laugh, and I don't know, she's bringing me back to a memory, and she's showing me that something was really poignant. It was really quite funny what happened, and it was her coming in and stirring something up, and I don't know what she means. So I feel like I'm you know, not 100% with that, but I've had to go with it because that's what she's put into my you know, my ethos. So I've had to really go with it. So I don't know if she's joking or if it's metaphorically speaking, you know, but she's just completely thrown me off track there with that. So I'm going to leave that. If it doesn't make sense, there's something to think about.
I can take something not related with her, but more with me. I can take,
yeah, because she just threw it in, you know, and and I'm kind of, so it's not for me to work out, but anyway, the thing is this, she's saying, you know, you've had to deal with some people that's not been very nice. It's been very difficult situation, circumstances, and it's almost like they're not listening. You can't even communicate with them or try and work things out. And she's saying, do you know what? When they're ready, they'll come back. When they're ready, they come back. Just stay truthful in who you are and don't allow to get pulled into any drama, because there's been a lot of drama around you. And you're really frustrated with the situation around you at the moment when it comes to organisation. It's like someone wants to take over. And you're thinking, what is this all about? You know, it's like someone wants to come in, take over, and it's a team effort. It's not about one person. So she's saying, just stay true to yourself. There's a lot of love for you. And she's saying, you know, this path has really helped you unbelievably. And it's one of the best things ever that you've gone on. Now, she's also saying, right, here we go. So she's saying to me, because the flower, the flower of Scotland, the rose, I don't know what she means. Oh, goodness. I've got the tattoo, but I've got a flower. The Scottish flower. I don't know what she means. I'm trying to find out what she's talking about, but it's almost like, she's showing me a new tattoo. She's showing me a new tattoo, and it's got the flower of the rose. Oh, I don't know what she means. Is it the flower of Scotland? I don't know.
We've got the thistle.
Oh, I'm seeing this rose.
There is a very significant new tattoo being thought of with a flower in it.
Right. Okay. Because I'm definitely seeing it, because she's showing me the rose, and then she's saying, for everything you've gone through, there's a thorn. a thorn, and I don't know. Maybe she's metaphorically saying it. I don't know, but it's very meaningful. And she's coming in and she's around you a lot, and she's uplifting you, you know. And all what happens in the past, she's saying, let go, forgive, and move on, and really let go, because every now and again it will raise its head, and it's going to this next month. To the end of April, but it's like, just let go, because don't get pulled in, don't get triggered. And there's a lot of love for you. And you know, there's always inner work we've got to do on ourselves, and it's not over to the Fat Lady Sings. You know, we've always got to do it. And she's saying, keep continuing on your path. I'm going to leave her love with you. I hope that makes sense.
That was amazing. Thank you so much. Yes,
there
has been a lot of drama, and I've got rid of it. So
good.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you.
Bless you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so let's see who else is stepping forward. And I'm just going to have a look and see on the screen. Okay, 1 second. I want to come to the lady with the checked top on. Checked top. Yes. Sorry, I don't know your name, but anyway, I want to come to you. Let's see if I'm wrong or right and see. So what's your name?
Tara.
Tara. Oh, bless you, Tara. So let me just get connected to your lovely energy, and let's see who's stepping forward, because I've got a lady with me. Now, this lady, as she's stepping forward, I want to say on the smaller side, but had a terrible cough. Used to be a real strong personality. Even though she was on the smaller side, I'm getting her being very opinionated, yeah. And I do feel like there's a lot of family around her. I feel like there was a falling out with members of the family. They're showing me, for some reason, they want to take me to Newcastle and they're showing me the bridge. I don't know, the Tyne. I don't know why. There could be a connection. I have no idea, but they're taking me to that. So I'm hoping I'm with you, but if anyone else understands, please let me know. But I'm getting this lady, and I do want to say she was a smoker. I do want to say she's used to dye her hair. I'm getting her really, like I said, a really bad cough with her, and she's struggling with her breathing. So I've got issues with my breathing, especially towards the end of her life. And when I get connected to her, I do feel like there was a lot of rings she would wear. So I've got a lot of jewelry around me, and I've got one ring in particular, and it's got MUM on. So I don't know if this would make sense, if it would connect. So it could be that she's showing me. With this lady as well, I want to say she didn't stop, literally. Like, she would do cleaning jobs after cleaning jobs. She'd be running around doing things. So all of a sudden, I felt like it was her, but then I'm thinking it might be you. So I don't know if you would understand a little bit about this lady at the moment.
I feel you've got a mixture of two ladies.
Okay, that's fine. No worries. Let's get more. So as I'm connecting to this lady, she's going like this with her tooth. Something's going on with her tooth. So I don't know what she means. I don't know if she the teeth used to play her up, but all of a sudden she's taking me straight to a tooth. And she used to get out and have a bit of a laugh with it and, you know, mess about with it. So I don't know. But there's definitely a connection with the tooth, because she's taking me straight there, Tara.
Yeah.
And I do want to say, kids everywhere, family. I just love the whole energy of it. Nobody had nothing, but they had everything. Does it make sense? Nobody had nothing, but they had everything. And everyone would look out for each other. And I don't know, but she's showing me doing the pool. She's talking about football. You know, everyone loved it. Everyone used to really be together and as one big family. Now, there was a few falling outs in the early days going back, but it's almost like she made it her life to really bring everyone together. I don't know if this makes any sense.
Yeah, yes, it does.
Yeah. And when I'm getting her, she's talking to me. I don't know if you understand, but I've got a child that passed in spirit, connected around her. So I don't know if it's her or someone. And it was really very, very difficult. So she's talking to me about a child in spirit. But it's almost like they're reunited.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if that would make sense. Now, with this lady as well, she had a lot of friends. And there used to be a club you used to go to, like a social club everyone used to go to.
Yeah.
And she used to love the music. So she would really enjoy it. But she'd have a drink. She'd enjoy it. She'd have a little tipple. Well, she's saying a bit more than that. So I don't know if that's wrong or right.
No, she wouldn't drink. She wouldn't have a drink.
Okay, but she's talking to me for some reason about having a drink. So hang on, let me find out a bit more. So, do you understand that partner husband used to drink a lot?
Yeah, he used to have a good drink. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, they'd have jokes and laughter and all sorts, you know,
Mhm.
telling me about all the banter that went on, you know.
Yeah.
But sometimes he'd go from one extreme to another. Would that make sense?
Yeah.
And she's talking to me about a situation around her that going back is a memory link where I don't know, there was a falling over or there was a big hoo-ha about what happened around him. I don't know if this is going back too far for you, I don't know, but she used to laugh and joke about it, about the way he would come home and the way he was. Nothing over the top or anything bad like that, but it would be a laugh and a running joke.
He always used to fall over the garden wall when he
Yeah,
came.
because I'm seeing it in the bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you understand? And like, she's bringing me memories back, and
Yeah.
she's in the blooming bushes, you know. And so I'm getting her doing that, and I just love the whole energy of her, you know. She would know as well. She was very intuitive, so
Mhm.
very quite psychic, because she would know who was a wrong one and who wasn't.
Yeah.
Totally, you know.
Yeah.
She would really pick up on it. Would that make any sense, Tara?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you recognize this lady?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good. Because let me just see what else. One second. I've got the name John connected in. I don't know if you would understand the name, but I have got this name John coming in.
Yeah.
I've also got a male at the moment that's really struggling.
Mhm.
Really struggling. She's talking to me about a male that's really struggling.
Yeah, that would be her son.
Yeah, and he's all over the place at the moment. There's a lot going on around him. He needs so much support. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
But it's almost like you can bring the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. There's part of that, but then there's other parts as well. So I don't only feel like it's that, but she's around a lot and encouraging him to take responsibility, and he's got to sort himself out. So
Yeah.
would that make sense, Tara?
Yes, it would. Yes.
Yeah, because she's really strongly around him, and she's coming in with a lot of love for you. She's saying, I don't know what you've got through and how you've got through it all, but it ain't been easy around you. Would this make sense? It's like you've had to deal with somebody that's been very difficult. Do you understand? Like, that was not nice, but thank goodness she's saying you broke free. And I don't want to go into too much detail, but I'm hoping that you'll understand a little bit, because it's you know, it's out in the world here. So I just want to say that with okay, one second. And there was a big issue about the care about her. So there was like it was almost like someone wasn't doing their job when she was very poorly. And I don't know if that makes sense, but there's also an issue going on around with the care now of her son. Would you understand? Like, it's like we're not getting the right appointments. We're not getting the right situation going on around him. We need more help. People aren't doing their job. And it's like she wants you to chase everything up. I don't know if you've got it in you because you're so worn down, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But she's encouraging me to tell you to chase things up. So I don't know if this would make sense. And
yeah, it would with her son. Yeah, it would make sense with him needing extra help.
Yeah. Okay, because he's entitled to it.
Yeah.
And he needs it. Yeah. But what she's saying about you, she's coming in with a lot of love for you. And she's saying you need to give yourself a pat on the back and you need to have a break, because you've been inundated with a lot going on around you. Would that make sense? Especially with family dynamics.
Yeah.
And do you understand there's a bit of an issue at the moment around somebody going around in a circle in a relationship situation? I don't know if it's you. I feel like this. So what she's saying they're just banging heads against each other. They need to make a decision.
Yeah.
Like, stop it, she's saying. They need to make a decision
about
the situation around them. Would that make any sense?
Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
Yeah. And okay, 1 second. Okay. You've had to let a lot of people go around you, Tara, because they weren't correct around you. Would you understand?
Yeah.
It was causing you a lot of upset. So she's glad that you've let them go. And that you're focusing on you at the moment. And she's saying, stop wearing yourself out at your work because you're running around doing too much. And I don't know what she means. Would you understand this bit?
Not with the work-related thing.
If it's not the work, I feel like
life in general, I could take that.
I feel like you're running around too much for everybody.
Yeah, I do.
I know. She's saying, for goodness sake, slow down a little bit. Yeah. Now, there is a child around you at the moment. I don't know if this makes sense. And they're saying a bit poorly at the moment. And it's almost like, I don't know if you understand about eating. There's an issue with eating. Would this make sense to you?
Poorly, yes, and eating issue, yes. Not together.
No.
But yes,
Because
separately, yes.
Oh, right. Okay. Because I've got someone that's got a real issue with their foods.
Yeah.
And it's almost like we've got to keep a close eye on them.
Yeah.
With the foods, yeah?
Yeah.
I want to say there's a lot of, I don't know if this is wrong or right, but there's a lot of self-hate. There's something going on within their energy where they're struggling quite a bit. And it's like we have to go deeper, right into the core of their childhood. I don't know if that makes sense. And it's like we need to get them the real good help, yeah? I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Regarding the eating. And the poorly child, she's talking to me about, okay, 1 second. Yeah. 1 second. I don't know why. So I'm going to say to you this and take it or leave it. But it's like I want to move their room around. I want to move their bed to a certain position. I don't know if you understand about lines, ley lines. I don't know if this makes sense. I'm just giving you it. So I just want you to just hold on to it. But it's like I really want to maneuver the bed. There's like ley lines. I don't know if this makes sense where they live. And it's like changing the room round and changing the dynamics. Also, I don't know if you understand, but I see a little bit of damp. And I don't know if that makes sense around that. I don't know if you would understand it. I'm going to leave it. If you don't get it, it's fine. But she's coming in and saying, you've got to keep an eye on this. I don't know. She's talking about a little bit of damp and she's talking about changing the bed. I have no idea what she means, but I'm hoping that you do. And if you don't, hold it. But she is a character. She's coming in with a lot of love. She's saying all that jewelry, you've been looking in your jewelry box and you've been getting all your jewelry together and there's loads of it. She's saying, why don't you put it together and make something out of it instead of holding on to it? Put it together and make something out of it for you. So I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know if it's her jewelry, but she's talking about you looking at the jewelry recently. Would this make sense?
I have all my mum's jewellery, yeah.
Yeah. She's saying put it together. Now, do you understand also about a charm bracelet?
I have my mum's charm bracelet.
Yeah, she's saying don't leave it there. Do something with it, she's saying.
I don't wear it in case I lose it.
Yeah, she's saying do something with it. She's got some lovely charms on there, isn't she?
Oh, yeah.
I know, really old, really beautiful. It's almost like she's showing me like a rose gold. I don't know if you understand.
It's rose gold?
Yeah, I know. She's telling me. Yeah, she's saying to me about it. And she's saying it's no good in the drawer. Get it out and do something with it. So I don't know if you understand this, but this is what she's telling me to tell you, Tara. And she's also saying that you haven't been feeling too good recently. There's been emotionally, you've had to deal with a lot. And emotionally, it's like stuck in your body. I don't know if this makes sense.
Yeah,
but
it does.
it's like I want to clear. I want you to go and have some healing. I don't know if you would understand this, but it's like, don't take on everything. You know, you're doing your best. Give yourself a break. Yeah. And I don't know, she all of a sudden, tell me if this is wrong or right, but I'm seeing one of the pictures moving off the wall.
I've got a picture just above my ear of my dogs.
Yeah.
Always squint.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Every morning I come down and I have to put it back.
I know. She's telling me about it. She's saying to me, she's around you strongly. And stop taking on everybody's energy. Look after yourself, she's saying. All right? Yeah. I do like her. She's a right character, isn't she?
Yeah, she was.
And she loved all the old traditional food as well.
Oh, definitely.
She was really wicked at making some pies. I don't know, she was showing me everything. And she would spend ages. So don't buy it, I'll make it. You know, like, I just love her energy. And she didn't have it easy, by the way.
No, she didn't.
Especially in her childhood, it was really difficult for her. But she made the most of it, like for all of you. Do you understand?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, she did. She was really on it. And I love her energy. But I'm going to leave her, love. I hope you understood some of that.
I did, Pauline. Thank you. You had a mixture of me mum and me auntie.
Oh, did I?
But they were very similar. So you brought a lot of characteristics through of them both.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
One with the teeth, the tooth.
So my mum had, I mean, back then it wasn't a diagnosis, but mum had OCD, what we believe she would have had OCD now. She would have been diagnosed with that now. And she had false teeth at the top, and she used to push on them for all the time.
Yeah, but you'd lose them. Sometimes you'd lose them, and they'd turn up in the most odd place. So I don't know.
But that was with my auntie. So my auntie had one tooth she used to take out and chase the kids with. So that's what I was saying. It was like a mixture of them both.
Oh, bless you. Well, I feel like they're together having a party up here. They've got the piano out.
Yeah, because they'd fallen out for a lot of years, you see, but then reconnected when my mum became poorly.
Yes, that's really good. That's really poignant, because it's so important to clear it, isn't it? So they're united anyway, because what happens is, when we're down here and we've got our family, or we've got somebody that's really difficult, there's always a reason. You've just got to learn the lesson about why we're coming up against this, because it's reflecting back in something in your soul. So if there's any issues or any problems around you with certain individuals, really look at it from a point of view, like, what are they teaching me? What are they showing me? How much self-love do I need? Because you're going to keep repeating the pattern, and that goes for everybody, because whenever you've got that and you haven't got the self-love, they're always going to send you, spirit will always send you another person with the same circumstances until you get it. So, but they're reunited together, and they're lovely, really lovely. So I'm going to leave their love.
Thank you, Pauline.
Bless you. Bless your heart. Okay, thank you. So let's just maneuver myself around now. Okay, so let's just see who else is stepping forward. I have a lady with me, and this lady wasn't easy at times, quite difficult, I want to say. Didn't show her love and feelings very well. I'm finding with this lady, as she steps forward, I want to say quite poignant eyes. For some reason, I do feel like they're blue, but I just feel like her eyes was strong. I don't know if it's the right color, I'm not sure, but that's what I'm getting. I do feel really drawn to Julie, but I'm not sure. So Julie, I don't know. I'm going to get more.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's get a little bit more. So I've got a lady with me, and as she's stepping forward, I'm getting her being quite difficult. Wasn't easy. Like, you couldn't do right from doing wrong. Nothing was good enough. She was very frustrating at times. And it was almost like, I don't know if this makes sense, but it's like a jealousy with her. It's like she wasn't getting the attention. And she's telling me, she said, I really played up. I really did. And I don't know if this would make sense to you at the moment a little bit. I will get more, but as long as I'm on the right track.
I'm not sure.
Okay, that's fine. I'll get more. So please listen out, everyone, just in case. But so I'm getting this lady, and as she's stepping forward, I want to say, a real struggle with her. So I want to say that there's a touch of dementia kicking in here with her, because I'm feeling like I'm having like a breakdown of my energy. I don't know if this makes sense with this lovely lady, and I'm getting her being very I just want to say stubborn and not listening. It's almost like she was her own worst enemy, and she used to push a lot of people away. Would this make a little bit of sense?
Most of it does, but the contents of it doesn't.
Okay, right. So if anyone else understands, so let's just get a bit more. Okay. So what I am getting as well, okay, 1 second. I feel like she pushed so many people away. She was on her own a lot. And I do feel like it was very difficult for her. But
Yeah,
she, I just feel like with her, what she's saying to me, like it's almost like she fell out. There was something happened to her going way back that she could not forgive at all. It was like yesterday. And I don't know if you was aware of it or if you understood it, but it was like happened yesterday for her. And she just would not let anything go. It's like the bitterness, really got into her soul. And I don't know if you would understand this.
I do feel I know who you are, but it's the reasoning of how you're explaining it I can't agree with, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay. So let's get a little bit more.
Yeah, because I can take, because I can hear her in my head going, you know who this is. I get that, but it's how it's being, yeah.
Well, so what are you agreeing on? I mean, you're agreeing on that she's got.
I can agree that
she's definitely got issues.
She'll come back. That she was difficult. She was stubborn, but I think she's talking about someone else, and I think that's a trait. So it's but why she was the way she was there was a reason for that. If you know.
Yeah, no, I don't feel like this is somebody else she's talking about. I feel like the lady I've got this is what she's got.
Yeah.
So I'm being very specific about that she's, you know, she's got a real lot of issues going on within her. And she had to deal with someone, yes, that was very difficult on her and left her very damaged.
I can take that.
And I feel like there's a connection with her mother with her that was very, very harsh. And it was like draconian punishments going back, way back. I don't know.
I would know that, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm getting. But I don't feel like this is somebody else. I feel like this is the woman that I've got, and this is the situation going on around her. So I'm not going to make it fit for anybody else.
Don't. No.
Yeah. So what I'm getting as well with this lovely lady as she's stepping forward, it was almost like as well, I just feel that, so she's saying to me that it was really difficult for her to express her feelings and to show love.
Yeah, I can take that.
It was really hard, even though she did, you know, but there was, it left a lot of people were really brokenhearted with her when it came. It was like there was so many things left unsaid. I don't know if you would understand this.
I can take the sadness because I wouldn't know about the brokenheartedness, but I can understand what she's saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you recognize her?
Yes.
Good. Okay. So all of a sudden I've got nursing. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah. All of a sudden I've got, so she's talking to me. Okay. So she's coming in and she's saying it's like you need to let go of a situation around you.
I've done it already.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Let me go for it. That's fine. But there's something here that's very poignant. It's like basically what she's telling me that you need to basically, I don't know if this makes sense, but walk away from the job. I don't know. It's like you've literally had enough of the whole situation going on around you. I don't know if that's wrong or right. Would you understand that, what I'm saying?
In the context of I made a decision just that I was doing too much.
So we're basically saying yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's not in a negative way. It's just that.
No. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Fine. But what she's saying that the whole thing is getting you down, and like you're so ready to release yourself and let go of all what's happened in the past, and it's been very difficult. But she's saying you're ready to go into a new beginning now, and it's quite exciting. But it's only you that can do it, and it's like you need to take your power back in a situation around you because there's still something going on. What happened a good few years ago, and it's like it's really still upsetting you this day. So it's almost like she's telling me to tell you to release it and to just really focus on what you really want to do, because this whole thing is bringing you down, and there's some people around your workplace that are not doing their job correctly. Is that right or wrong?
There's nothing bringing me down, but I know she's so funny. I know what she's saying. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Bless you. As long as you understand.
No, I do. I know. Yeah.
And there's a lot of upliftment for you. And she's also saying to me, okay, do you understand about a relationship situation around you that's been very difficult?
No.
Oh, she's saying yes. So that's fine. If you don't understand it, that's absolutely fine. But she's saying it's almost like somebody's got to take responsibility for their part they play in a relationship situation, because it's just going round in a circle. No, you're like ships passing in the night with somebody. That's what she's telling me. So I am going to leave her love with you. I hope that you can take some of that.
No, I could take a lot of it, but it's just in a different context. But yeah, I'll explain at the end. It's so funny.
No problem.
Thank you,
there's a lot of love for you, and they're saying, you know, you've just got to really focus on uplifting yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to leave her love with you. Bless you.
Thank you. That was my gran, who always comes in as a teacher. So she was very stubborn, and my mum's stubborn, and I'd kind of like to think that maybe I'm a little bit like that as well. But it's just it's the awareness that I made the decision yesterday that I was doing like 4 jobs, and I'm learning a lot of stuff, and I've just decided yesterday that I thought the job I did today I'm done. I'm just doing too much, and I have to start now focusing on me. Let's say so.
No, do you know what's really, really good, Julie? That you've recognised that within yourself.
Oh yeah, because
you know. Yeah. It's very important for us to really be honest with ourselves and recognise what's going on within us, because that's probably maybe why they've come forward.
No, she will do, because my gran is very strong-willed, and she will push her way to the front to make sure that she's. So yeah, thank you so much. So that's my gran going scuff around the head, and you will listen to what I have to say. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Thank you so much.
I love it, but I'm going to leave her love. Bless you. Thank you.
Please. Thank
Okay,
you.
so let me go and move on. Bless you all. And let's just see who else is stepping forward. Okay. 1 second. Now I've got a lady with me. I feel like I want to come to, is it Tracy? I feel like I want to come to Tracy. Let's see if I'm wrong or right, Tracy. I've got a lady with me, Tracy. And as I'm getting connected to her, as she's stepping forward, she's talking to me about being quite fearful, an older lady, being quite fearful about what was going to happen to her. She used to get herself worrying about a lot of things. Very smart lady, looked after herself well, and she's got a really smart coat on her. And I see that she's got quite swollen legs. So I feel like I want to go to my swollen ankles. I feel like they're playing me up and my legs with this lady. Now, what I do want to say with her, it was almost like she's saying, she wished she would have done things in a different way, you know, lived her life in a different way. But it was almost like she was quite suppressed. But, excuse me, but she tried to do the best she could with what she had. But the thing is with her, as she's stepping forward, she's talking to me about, okay, all of a sudden I'm seeing a dog. So I don't know if the dog connects in, but she's shown me a dog. So I don't know if it's connected to you or to her, but I'm seeing a beautiful dog. And this dog is such a but I feel like this dog is new, so I don't know if it makes any sense, Tracy. I want you to hold it. But yeah, I'm seeing this beautiful like little Shih Tzu. Oh God, have I said that right? Oh God, I hope so. Anyway, but you know, and I just see this dog, and it's like such a character. And it's a little bit older, but it needs really rescuing from somebody. Anyway, but I'm going to need to go back to her because I've been diverted on a different track. Okay. So more evidence about her. So when I'm getting connected to this lady, okay, so I just feel like part of her heart was broken when she lost somebody dear to her. And it's almost like she couldn't get herself back on track, Tracy. And she was lost without them, you know, because they were always together. They always had their routine, you know. And she didn't like, she was quite judgmental in her own way because she never done the things that, you know, maybe you chose to do or somebody else chose to do. And it wasn't deliberate. It was just the way it was. It was like setting her ways going back. And it's almost like she lost herself at one point, you know, she didn't know who she was. And it's like she couldn't cope with everything around her. You know, she had the support, but, you know, especially from you, I don't know if this makes sense, but she couldn't quite get over the loss of somebody near and dear to her. Would that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know if that feels right when you said yeah. So let me just get a bit more. So let's just get a little bit more. Also, I'm hearing the name connected, Yvonne. I don't know if that would make sense. And I'm also hearing Margaret. There's a couple of names. It might not be her name, but it could be connected. So let's just, and David as well. So there's a few names there for some reason.
Okay.
He's made me mention. And I do want to say with this lady, it's almost like she became childlike as she got older. I don't know if this would make sense. I'm getting this what I mean by that, it's almost like very fearful and very scared because she's struggling, really struggling. Would that make sense to you? That doesn't, does it? Not really, no. No, if anyone else can understand, please let me know. But let's just get a bit more about her, because I'm getting this lady, you know, really being fearful and really worrying about what's going to happen to her. She had a real fear of the hospital and doctors, and don't put me into her home. She's saying, I don't want to go in. And I don't know if this would make sense connected to this lady.
I can understand that a bit. Is it going with Nick?
I can actually understand most of it as well.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you. Let me get more. I will get more. It's just that I like to know where I'm going, but let's get more. So with this lady as well, all of a sudden I've got aunt. I don't know if it's a connection to an aunt. I've got aunt, and I've also got with this lady, she has some wonderful bits in her home. That's one thing. It's like she had a real keen eye for antiques that she kept years ago. It was quite particular where they were and where they were set. It's like the cut glass and the silver service. And she had some really nice little bits, and she loved it. She loved entertaining. She loved having people around. She really did. And I want to say that her husband was very well respected and looked after her, you know, very well. It was like a real strong force around him, and it's almost like he would have made a great police officer. So I don't know if you would understand that, because I feel like he's like a presence, you know, a real strong presence with him, and I like his demeanor and his energy. I mean, you had to be straight with him. He was very open, right? So he was very aware, but you're better off being truthful to him no matter what, even you was a bit of a lovable rogue or a little bit of a lovable rat. But anyway, he would be really fair, yeah. So, and he would be really on it. So with her, he was such a big part of her life. It was really hard for her to get back on her feet. They were just made for each other. I don't know, but I feel like they're two peas in a pod in a way. They bounced off each other. And also what I do want to say, there was Freemasonry connected to this gentleman. So I don't know if you was aware of it or if you understood it, but there was like a real sect that was really, really strong and powerful with this gentleman. And what I am getting with the lady, okay, 1 second. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, it was quite really hard to see her that way towards the end of her life, because you was always known her as strong and independent. And it was almost like, that's where I'm getting this childlike energy, you know, where she would fight. It's like some people fight death, you know. And, you know, I've seen many things over the years where I worked, but it's like she would fight it. And she didn't want to let go, but at the same time she wanted to. So it was a real push and pull. So, and all of a sudden everyone thought, oh, she's going, and then she'd come back again, you know, and it was a bit of a roller coaster towards the end with her. But I love this lady. I love her energy, and she's a good soul is what I want to say. Yeah. But without him, it was almost like part of her was lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you understand that? Does it make sense?
Every single piece. Sorry, Trace.
It's fine. That's fine.
Good job we got time, isn't it?
So would you understand it, Nick?
Absolutely every single piece.
Okay, so I just want to see what she wants to say and why she's come in. There's a lot of love for you, Nick, and there's been a lot of tragedy going back. And at one point you carried a heaviness on you that was in between your shoulders for a long time. And it's almost like you had to set yourself free, and you've done the best you could on a situation. And, you know, don't beat yourself up about what happened in the past. It was not your fault, or there was a situation where you carried it, maybe subconsciously without even realizing. But, you know, it's been very difficult for you to get back in you. But you do have someone around you that keeps you firmly on your feet. And it's a lady, and she's like proper on it with you, you know. And it's like you can't go off and flutter anywhere, because she brings you back down to earth, you know, and grounds you, you know. But there's, okay, 1 second. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, there's been a letdown badly in a relationship situation. I don't know if this makes sense. And it's almost like there was so many red flags, and it's easy to say that when we look back, but there was, but there was a real big lesson in that, you know, with this person. And this person, you know, we can't save everybody, Nick, yeah? And I used to be one of these, save everybody, you know, save that one, and get involved in all their drama. And it's like, you know, the drama of it all. And you can't do that. We just can't do that. It's up to them to sort it out. And when they're ready, then they can come in. But until then, we're not getting pulled into anyone else's drama. And that's what what she's saying happened to you. And next thing you know, you're taking on board of everyone's drama when they're playing a game anyway. And it's like, what I want to say is that it's almost like you had to go through that to take your power back within you. Does it make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Honestly. And okay, so 1 second. Yeah, there's a lot of crossroads at the moment around you. So you've got your fingers in different pies. And I feel like, you know, you're opening yourself up, and much more spiritual stuff going on. And I feel like I don't know if you do podcasts or you've got podcasts or you're thinking about it, but I'm seeing that you're doing it or you're connecting to it. But there's so many things that are going on at the moment. You're exploring a lot of avenues, and it's almost like, don't take too many things on. Just do one thing at a time. And you are quite shocked with some spiritual people's behavior. I don't know, but I know I am. That's why I don't get involved. But do you understand? There's like, you've just got to be true to yourself and know who you're dealing with and who's real and who's not, if that makes sense. Okay, so I don't know if you understand that. And all that glitters isn't gold, Nick, apparently.
Yes.
And I'll have to do that with me water. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to go into detail, and I can go into detail with everything, but I'm not. But she is a character. She's lovely. She loves what you're doing, and she says it's amazing all what's going on around you. And like I said, you're opening up platforms and people and pushing the spiritualism a lot stronger, and the spirit love that. Yeah, they love it. But just stay steady on one thing, and once that's in the bag, slowly does it. Yeah. Okay, one second. Yeah, no, a lot of love. I'm going to leave it there, and I hope you understand that.
Absolutely. That was my grandmother. That was the reason I kept Trace with me, because you knew her, didn't you? Did you know Sal, Sid and Sal?
No, she's part of. We've got a line that backs up with the was it Halls?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my grandmother. Her husband that you described is obviously my father's father.
Oh, okay.
My dad was very much like him, and my dad actually did become a copper. And one of the things that she did, you mentioned the aunt, when she just before she passed, she started to forget really who she was, and she left an answer phone message on my dad, her son's answer phone message, saying, "Hello Francis, it's your Aunt Sally here." And that's something that we very often talk about and discuss within the family. You got her to a T, you nailed her. That everything that you said is true, and the fact that Trey sat there grinning like a Cheshire cat when I was getting my lecture proves that you were right about that as well. So I will now shut up and say thank you. That was a marvelous message, and message understood.
Bless you. Thank you. I don't know how long I've got. Am I right to come?
Yeah, of course, Ken.
Okay, so let me just get connected again and see who's stepping forward. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Okay. I've got a gentleman with me, and I do like him because he used to know how to spoil a lady. Mm-hmm. And he would buy little treats, and he would be very aware of people's emotions, and he'd always make people feel comfortable. And I want to say, going back, I don't know if you remember, so where I come from is London, like the old-fashioned velvet dresses and the patent shoes. And I feel like he used to, it's almost like treat somebody, I don't know, or treat you, I don't know, when you was a child, I'm not sure, but let's get more about him. But when I get connected to him, I just feel like he's such a lovely soul, very great at explaining things, didn't like negativity, didn't like arguments, would always be peaceful, but was very bright, very intelligent. And I do feel like he was self-taught a lot of the things. He would be very curious, and I'm seeing, like, I'm getting binoculars, and I'm getting the bird watching. I don't know if that makes sense, or if he's playing with me, but I feel like I'm pinpointing things, you know, and referencing things. I feel like he has some first editions of books, and I just feel like he would really open his mind up. And I feel like he was very good with figures as well, and paperwork. He was really on it with paperwork. And I do want to say he was very fair, but there was somebody that took advantage of his good nature a few times, you know, and he was just mind-boggling for what went on. And there was money gone missing at one point where somebody took too much regarding a property or a will or something. So I don't know if that's him or if that's connected to you. I'm not sure. But all of a sudden I've got there's some clashing over a will or a situation. I feel like
sure about that.
Okay, so I feel like this is going way back, you see.
Okay.
So if you don't understand that, that's fine. But when I'm getting connected to the gentleman, very smart man. I do want to go to my chest because I'm struggling with my breathlessness. So I feel like there's issues around my lungs and my breathlessness. And it's almost like he lost a hell of a lot of weight, you know, and he would be so good at fixing things. Like he would take things apart, put them back together again. I feel like his head was in a vehicle as well. So you know, he'd say, no, don't go there. I'll fix it. You know, I feel like he was very good at fixing things. So I don't know if that's wrong or right, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, 75% of it is,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I get, yeah.
Because we don't want 75, we want 100. 1 minute. Let's get more. So what I am getting as well with him, I want to go as well, my heart. I've got issues around my heart.
Mm-hmm.
It's all around this area, but I feel like my heart is just taking me to his heart. I don't know if that makes sense. And also, okay, one second. Okay. So I don't know if you understand about boats, connected to boats, or because all of a sudden I said, come on, we need more evidence here, you know.
Yeah.
And he's talking to me about boats, how it was so important to him. Do you understand? Well, what I'm getting, one second. So what I'm getting when it comes to the boats, it was almost like, because I see a glass bottle and it's got a boat in, and he had it on the side. I've got this somebody with an ornament. And and I just felt like I wanted to throw something out at sea, and I don't know what they mean. I don't know if it's somebody's ashes or it's a connection to the sea with it, but I'm definitely getting boats, and he was connected to boats. And I also see with him, I've got some medals that he kept in a box, and I've got them going back. It could be connected to his father, but I've got like this, and there's some stamps in this box, and there's some medals in it, and there's also a pocket watch. So I don't know if it's somebody's memorabilia. I don't know, but he's taking me to something that needs.
There probably were medals, but I don't have them. But I have a pocket watch. Yeah. It was a bequest. Yeah.
And I just like his whole energy. He's very warm man, you know, even though he was disciplined and he could have been tough, but there was a warmness about him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when he give you a cuddle, you felt it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you would understand that. Anyway, do you recognize him is the most important thing?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I'm just going to see what he wants to say to you, Tracy, and why he's coming in. There's a lot of upliftment, a lot of love for you, but it's almost like he's taking me to the watch, and he's saying to me, it's about time that you made some changes, and you've been procrastinating, and it's like you're a bit hesitant to make these changes because it's fear is stopping you in your tracks. But it's like, I want to change the area where I live. I want to try something new. I want to go off, and I want to go into a new beginning. But you're thinking, oh my God, I'm worried if I change, will I lose friends? And he's saying, do it. I feel like I want to go by the sea. I feel like the breeze and the sea is really on me, and there's a beautiful calf on the sea, and he's showing me you going in there, and he's showing me a dog.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you've got one, but you know, he's saying you're so ready for this. Mm-hmm. Like, you've got to live your life. You've worked really hard. Now also there's like a big issue going on, or not issue. I feel like it's like we're planning a trip. So we're trying. I don't know if you understand about a cruise connected to you, because I'm seeing like a cruise, or you've been thinking about it, or someone's gonna if it doesn't make sense, that's fine. If you're saying no, that's great, but I'm just saying he's talking about a cruise. And somebody inviting you, and it's like, don't hesitate, go.
Okay.
I know.
I would.
Oh God, I know. But anyway, he's also saying that there's a lot of paperwork that you need to clear out and get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much that you've got, and you don't need to keep it. He's telling me. He said, let go of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Condense everything down, which you're thinking about doing, because you're going to live your life. And once those doors are closed and shut in a previous situation, you're going into a whole new way of living.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this makes sense. I have no idea, but
it does. It does. It's a bit cryptic, but it makes sense. Yeah.
I know, because I don't want to go into personal detail on here, but I just feel like there's been somebody in the past that's been very unfair you've been dealing with, and they haven't been fair at all in, you know, what they've allowed and what they haven't allowed. And it's not about what they're allowing. It's not about them. It's about you taking your power back. And don't get pulled in and let it drain you in any way. So I'm hoping you'll understand that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leave his love with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bless him. Bless him. Well done. Nice one, Trace. In fact, let's get everyone back, because I want everyone here to be able to say, What a wonderful demonstration of mediumship that was.
Thank
Bless
you.
your heart. You know, I could sit and watch you all day, love. I really, really could. It's
Thank you.
And you survived. You survived Nana Sal. Come on. There aren't many that can say that. She was a character, that's for sure. Yes, they were. I've just got to share this. Yes, they were made for each other. Yes, they did love each other. Yes, they were like two peas in a pod. You'd have to be when you consider that one Christmas she decided that he was being annoying at the Christmas dinner table, so stabbed him in the arm with a fork.
Oh, goodness. Sounds like my nan and granddad.
Yeah, definitely. So that was a wonderful, wonderful demonstration. Thank you so much. Let's give it up for the wonderful Pauline Walsh.
Thank you. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
I do hope that you will grace us with your presence again, because I will certainly very much look forward to it.
Thank you.
A quick question then, speaking of that, of course. Pauline, where can people find you and what are you up to next?
Well, I don't really advertise too much. The only thing I advertise is the churches, because I really want more and more people to come to the churches, and that's what all I advertise. I do many, many things, but, you know, I think if people are meant to find me, they'll find me. There's no reviews, there's no online, there's no nothing. It's just the churches, yeah. I love them with a passion. I was at Worthing Spiritualist Church yesterday for their 100 years celebration, and they had an afternoon tea. It was wonderful. And I like to really encourage people to come to the spiritualist churches, because I think we've got to keep the doors open for that. And yeah, it's really important. But I tell you something though, that I do love doing what I do with a passion, and there's no messing about when it comes to it. You know, it's a lot of responsibility being a medium, and you know, and it's really important that, you know, you just stay true and you just do the thing, and it's forever. You're forever learning, forever. So I'm really blessed and grateful for it. But thank you so much for having me.
Brilliant. Absolutely. And I absolutely not only agree with you, I'm also very grateful being someone who runs a church. But yes, the churches are where we find the meaning behind the message, I think.
Yeah.
And also, on a practical level, of course, you can actually see a medium working on the cheap, and then if you like them, you can say, do you do private sittings? And you know, you've already seen the evidence for yourself. So I totally agree with you that the churches are the grassroots of what we do, and they definitely really need to be supported.
And you know, you can find the most amazing circle in the churches, more than SAGB, Psychic College. You know, they are amazing. And the church I love, one of the churches, I love all the churches and everyone that runs them and the committee. It takes a lot. It's Kingston Spiritualist Church. I sat in a marvelous circle there, but I was devoted to it. And you have to be devoted. You can't just go, oh, one day or two. You know, you have to be devoted. And I was devoted. Devotion is really the key when it comes to that. So yeah, I'm grateful. Absolutely. And I'm really blessed. Thank you.
Definitely. And to that end, I noticed that you shared a reading with us earlier, and you reminded me of a very nice book that I have. It's very, very small. It's only about 60 pages. But I just wanted to back you. Opening Doors Within. That's beautiful.
It's it's so old, but I love it. Every day there's a meditation in there for every day. And it's just such a lovely,
absolutely book. Yeah, well, you reminded me of a book that I got as well, and it was gifted to me by one of the first people I sat in circle with over 30 years ago. She passed earlier on in the year, bless her heart, but actually it was last year now, of course, bless her, it seems so recent. She gave me for the church this book, Heal Thyself by White Eagle.
Oh, lovely.
To back you up, I'd just like to share an experience of mine to close the service today. It's the very last words before the actual description of a healing service. And it's something that's really, really wonderful and ties it all together, I feel anyway. You are all accustomed to that phrase about building castles in the air without realizing the truth of these words. Create in your consciousness, first of all, the star, realizing that you are in the center of the star. You are the star. And from you, it's like goes forth into the ethers. In doing this, you receive strength. You receive the power of divine love, which does not admit failure. Divine love is omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. God is within your innermost being, and with God all things are possible.
Mm-hmm.
And that is kind of like getting on for 100 years old, if not more now. The wonderful teachings of White Eagle. The irony is, just before we came on, I was having a bit of a doom scroll, and there was this wonderful meme that came up that said, and everyone can do this that are watching, everyone here, you can all do this right now. Look at the veins in your wrist. There are some that are blue. They are blue because of hemoglobin, and the main constituent in hemoglobin is iron. Iron is only forged in the heart of a star. It cannot be created anywhere else. You have within your veins the heart of a star, flowing through you and sustaining you, much like the light of spirit. And I just think that brings spirituality, the physical world and spirit together. And it certainly ties in with everything that you've said and what was in Kaz's reading. And I think it's absolutely beautiful. The very first thing that started me off on my spiritual journey was a quote from a science fiction show, Babylon 5. You knew it had to come up at least once today. And one of the main characters said, "We are star stuff. The atoms and molecules of your body are the same that make out the stars and nebulas. We are one, we are the universe, and we are the stars themselves." And I think that one singular quote set me on my path more than anything. So to see it paralleled and see it reflected in the words that you shared, Pauline, I say a big thank you, because I needed that today, especially as I've got a demo at another church this afternoon. So I always need a pick me up. So thank you, Pauline, for a wonderful demonstration. And thank you to everyone at home for sharing the love as well. Ruthie, Linda, Lorraine, Sarah, or everyone who's commented. I'm trying to scroll through as quickly as I can to make sure I capture it. Carol, and I know Tara, you've also passed on. Was it you that commented, or is it another Tara? It was you, because I don't want to miss anybody. But yes, there's a lot of love in the chat. Thank you all for that as well. So Pauline, there's some aimed at you in there, so have a read afterwards.
Thank you.
What a wonderful day. Thank you all so much for being here and being a part of it. God bless you all. Let's close this service in prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, divine, universal source of all, we thank you. We thank you for our time together, the connections we forge, the passions we share, and the upliftment we feel when we come together as one. As we go out into the world, let us take with us that message of upliftment, of connection and community. Let us take with us the truth that love truly is eternal and within each soul. And when we share it, it grows exponentially. And in times of difficulty, Great Spirit, we ask you not to move the mountain, but give us the strength to climb, and a reminder that we are not alone in the doing. I ask for a blessing to be placed on each person here present, the friends and families that they represent, not just in this room, but watching online too, that your love might spread like a web throughout the world, binding us, uniting us, and strengthen and healing us. Amen. And that, as they say, ladies and gentlemen, is that. Thank you all online watching. Don't forget, we'll be back on Thursday night if the technology works. It's been skittish. We're working on it. I apologize. If you're interested in joining the Spirit Toolbox workshop, it's a very, very, very wonderful group of people that are the regulars that go on it. I don't like it getting too big, but there is spaces available. So if you're interested, reach out, let me know. It is very much like an old-fashioned church circle, because that's where I was developed, and that's the way I work, and that's the way I will always work. And I don't care if it doesn't suit the church way works. So I know I've got a friend and support in that with Pauline. I recognized as soon as you started working, I knew where you'd developed. And there are so many ways that we can utilize that way of working and bring it out to the world. Because let's face it, most of the people that are in my circle do not live in Littleport, and they are blessing each and every one. So if you're interested in joining in and having some fun at the same time, do reach out and give us a shout. We will be back next month on the last Sunday of the month, of course, for another online service. If you would like to get a message in the way these lovely, lovely people, Trace, Tara and Julie, have done so, please reach out to Kazza to be put in the raffle to be picked. Kazza, who do we have next month, my love?
It is Lisa Snowflake Chickley.
Ah, who was in one of my first development circles at church. Irony that. So very much looking forward to that. So thank you all for coming. Julie, Tara, Trace, thank you for being the victim, recipients of the week. And again, one big last thank you to Pauline for a wonderful, wonderful afternoon.
Thank you.
Kazza, thank you for getting everyone together and reminding me that I hadn't created the link. Couldn't do it without you, dear. From all of us here, on behalf of Littleport and the Independent Spiritualist Alliance, it is a pleasure. Do come again, should you so wish. God bless. See you all